Hey there, fellow Factorians. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Factory Town. And what's this, episode 3 now? So we've got our kind of basic, very, very basic setup, and we've got our automated forester, which is nice. We've got some automated farming, which is also nice, and that it all comes back to me now. At the end of last episode, we were going to look at doing some cooking. So cooking. Well, cooking requires a kitchen, and that's about it. But as you can see, there are just a bunch of different recipes, and it gets more complex as we go. First things first, though, let's cook some fish. Now, ingredients for cooked fish, which provides 4 yellow coins. We're still yellow coins. Probably need to move away from yellow coins after this, but we'll get this kitchen going first. So we've got a couple of things. So first, fish, which we have our big row of fish coming in here. And then we also need fuel. So fuel is, I guess, a new component, but we can just use wood. There's also coal, magma as well, and 5 work units, and we get 1 cooked fish. So that's turning 2 yellow coins worth of regular fish into 4 yellow coins. That's great. The other thing we can do in a kitchen is we can also turn flour into bread using the same things, and we are making flour here, so we might look at doing that. What I'm going to do, though, to make life a little bit easier is I'm just going to move this guy. Gosh, you got to love that move function. In fact, I'm going to move it away first, because what I want to do is get a little bit sneaky and try and slide in under here a wooden conveyor belt that is coming out of there and grabbing the flour out of there, which is perfect. All right, and then we're going to move this. We're going to hook it up there, and we're going to set our recipes of this to do both bread and cooked fish. All right. And we didn't actually move it close enough, so we'll move it one more there. And so now it should be getting its flour. There we go. It now has the flour from next door. And because I'm greedy and I want to kind of have as much fish coming through here as possible, I'm going to try and I'm going to put a splitter here. So we haven't looked at splitters yet. So splitter, as the name suggests, it splits the outputs. Just as an example, if we were to build a little bit of something out here, and then had a conveyor belt going over there. Obviously, nothing gets attached there. If we put a splitter here, it will now attempt. There we go, to split these out. Now, recently, it's only like the end of December, they had an update where the splitter now has the option to actually, instead of what it originally did, was it would just put one out each way if it could. And if it couldn't go one way, it would just ignore it and send it out the other ways. Now, as you can see, we actually have this option for output ratios. So we could say, okay, I want to have 5 go up the front, and then 1 goes out to the right. It's actually a really nice feature if you're trying to do specific ratios of things. We're actually not. We're actually not trying to do specific ratios of things, and this was just for an example, because where I really want the splitter is right here. And I just wanted to send some fish in here and keep sending some fish out there. We could set, an interesting thing we could do is we could set this ratio really, really high and leave this at bypass. So this just means if you can't output one area, then just skip it and go to the next output. What we could do is we could set this output to, say, 10, and then it would try and send 10 this way, which just means basically we're always going to try and fill this one first. So this will get up to 20 before, well, it'll send 10 this way and then it'll send 1 this way. Just as a way to prioritize us having cooked fish, which I think is worthwhile. But this will also mean, because this is not costing us any energy, so we can have this running basically for eternity. There is a limit on the amount of fish. We've almost fished out 1 point. Yeah, that'd actually be the end of the fish. So that would be the end of the fish. That is actually a really good point. What we're going to do is we're going to cancel that. So now all the fish, in fact, we don't even need to split it now. Now all the fish will go in there. There we go. Okay, and then what we do is we'll get a grabber and we'll go out here, and you can just grab cooked fish. All right, that's perfect. And that's our cooked fish out. And then we just need to have. Just thinking some options here, because we also need to get out and I think we'll just do it separately. We need to get out the bread. We'll just do it separately. There's no real reason not to. All right. So you go out to there, and then across into there, and you are going to grab us some bread. All right. So now we have everything we need except for the fuel. Well, you know, fuel, it's just wood. Just wood is what we have access to, I guess, is the key thing here. So we'll put you there. We will notice that we don't have access to a path there, which is important for our happiness. There we go. So now you have a path which gives you access to the 72 happiness. Same with you, gives us our bonus. But what are we doing with this guy? Well, we're just producing wood. And if we want to use our wood, we will put it in a chute. And look, we'll also go over it. We'll always go over the roads. Always go over the roads, just so we don't create a block for our wagons if we use wagons. And later on there's advanced forms of wagons, namely caravans. So there we go. So this is flat. It's flat, it's important. I do like if you look here, this is kind of out of focus a little bit, and it's a little bit out of focus. It gives it that real kind of, that toy kind of filter that you can get digitally do that makes everything just look like a toy. I like it. Anyway, so now we have wood coming in here. There we have a cooked fish, we have some bread. Just got to keep an eye on to make sure that we have the right ratios of things. We're not losing anything. All right, that seems pretty good insofar as everything goes except for over here. We seem to be a little bit out, so I'm just going to add one worker there, and we're probably going to have to add another worker here. I'm not even going to bother doing the ratios. We'll just hope that that's enough, because, again, this is all for yellow coins. Yellow coins at this point, well, not that important. So, what is important? Well, our red coins. Red coins are important. Kind of. Blue coins are also important. Can we get blue coins yet? Tech. All right. Tech is not tech. Tech is research. So, coin boosters. Coin boosters are a very good thing that we'll get to actually use some of our coins later. Before I forget, let's get cloth conveyor belts and wooden railways, because that's actually what we need to unlock the next tech level. Wooden rails actually not very useful without the full requirements. We will get animal pastures, we'll get a tailor, and there we go. Now, let's see what we can do now. We can create some clothing, which I think is a nice thing to do. We have some more. We've got a little bit of cloth over here, but we've got more cloth available over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop a farm over here, and we're going to turn that cotton into cloth, and we'll go from there. Now we can, by the way, you can place more plants. You can select and place plants, and it just costs coins. So this costs 40 coins to plant more cotton. If we wanted to do that, you can kind of fill up your allowable area if you're doing a lot of mining. Now you'll notice that these start very, very small, and you'll see over here there is a yield option, and it does go up. It does go up with the affinity, and for some reason that has affinity 4. Affinity is supposed to increase every time it gets harvested, and it makes sense now because we haven't actually harvested this. So if I go over to an area over here, we should see someone with more affinity. Why are these? I've been made a fool. I've been made an absolute fool of. Grain. None of these have affinity. All right. Well, we'll get to it when we create farm tiles, which needs fertilizer, which needs animals to poop. But we're not really interested in that just yet. For now, we're going to do some cotton. I will add some. I won't add any water just yet because we still need farm tiles for that. All right. So many things happening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some trees, and I can't remember the shortcut for it. Oops, get rid of that. This menu here gives us access to everything that we need. I think this is by default on the shortcut bar, and I've overridden it, but just allows you to remove resources, and sometimes that's handy. I want to get here to give us our 30% bonus to the production of this. So what's our plan with this? Well, our plan with this is to make some clothing. To make clothing, we need to turn that into some cotton, into some cloth. Cloth. which is done in the workshop. We'll use our Q selector to make that. And look, let's do that so that it's on the road, gets the bonus as well. And you're going to make cloth from cotton, not from wool, from cotton. All right. So with that, we just need to connect this up. As always, we go over the road. This is going to be especially important because we will be using a wagon here to get this stuff out of here. And this is a basic resource, so we should be able to do that with a chute. There we go, perfect. All right. So now you have all the cloth that your heart can desire. We'll bring back up this tool again. Remove resources. I'm just going to remove those guys there. And we're going to pop in a tailor. Build a tailor. There we go. All right. So this tailor is going to take our products. Now, one thing to note here is you'll see this is, because it's been on a hill, it actually automatically builds the extra wood platforms here. You probably didn't see it, but as I built it, it changes the cost for this. So the cost for this is shown in the bottom right, 20 wood, 20 stone. If I put it on the slope here, you see it goes up to 34 wood, and that's for these little flattened pieces here, the scaffolding to make this flat. All right. Anyway, long story short, we can make a shirt, and we're going to do that. We're going to make a shirt, and we'll look at some of these other things in a minute. All right, so a shirt just needs cloth. Now, the reason why this is important to note that this is built up here, if I were to put a cloth belt, a belt here like so, this would actually not be able to deliver any cloth because it's actually on the same level as the scaffolding. So in this instance, you do actually need to put in a little bit of scaffolding to sit this on so that the conveyor belt picks up sort of midway through this house and delivers on the bottom floor of this one, which is wonderful. All right, so now of course, now we have shirts. I'm going to build our friend the crate. I do love crates in this game. Very handy, just for sort of temporary storage of things. And we'll get some shirts going, and then we'll get our friendly wagon, of which I have no wagon wheels. What is going on here? All right, can I get you just to hang off for one moment? There we go. All right, and we can now build a wagon. And we'll get this wagon doing this again because it's a good source. It's a good source of red. And what we're going to do is you're going to pick up cloth and you're going to drop that over here into the general store. And that will give us our shirts, which provides more red coins, more experience, more happiness. It's one thing I don't think I've pointed out in previous episodes. If you look at the happiness provided by each one, they have a consumption time and a happiness duration. So things like the shirt, every 60 seconds we apply new ones and they last for 90 seconds. There is, like, some of them have like fairly high ratios. So this one here consumes every 15 seconds, just plain cotton, but it provides happiness for 30 seconds. So you don't have to supply one every 15 seconds, you only have to supply one every 30 seconds. Excellent. All right. So we now have shirts providing us even more red coins, but that's kind of all we want. We'll quickly level up here. 500 red coins. Yeah, we can easily support that. We've still got no more house level ups. What are you, level 5? Yeah, look at that. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of an extension, and soon we'll get the second floor. Maybe that's on the next level. But yeah, experience keeps going up. We've got here, you can see we've got our 1 supply of water. We've got 4 or 5 food. So creating more food actually provides no benefit for this guy. I'm not sure what else he's been having. Probably the raw fish still might be in effect. Hardware, he's only got wagon wheels. Clothing, he's only got that. And all right, you can see here our medicine is where we start getting blue coins. All right. So to make medicine, we need to tech up a little bit. We've got some more happiness. There we go. Get our extra housing. We'll pop those in over here. Are you going to be able to build there? Yeah, you are. Okay. And we'll get you to go here. And I'm really woe to me for thinking that I would destroy that. I'm definitely not going to destroy that. All right. We'll pop another one here and just build that. Sometimes the 3D nature of this actually gets in your way. There we go. All right. And yeah, you're not going to go there, I guess. Look, we can... no, that actually was the limit. Oh, yeah, because I put 3 here and 1 over there. Okay. So those they'll level up really quickly from level 1. These ones are already level 2 because we've got so many nice items being sold, which gives really good experience. All right, so what's next? Well, we want to get to the production of blue coins. Blue coins is our kind of next tech goal. Did I just rotate you? I sure did. Remember that. And to do that, we are going to need we're going to need a laboratory, and we're also going to need basic medicine. As you can see, basic medicine requires a tech level of 4. We are currently at tech level 3. There we go. So, to do that, we just need to make this. We need to make cloth conveyor belts and wooden rails. Wooden rails, super easy. Super easy. Wooden rail is just a workshop. It's stone and planks. Stone and planks. What are you doing? You're getting... Oh, yeah, we were doing that, weren't we? Just temporarily while we had some stuff going. Yeah, we'll keep that going for now. Get a few more red coins. So, stone and planks. Well, we have stone here and we have planks available here in its raw form of lumber. Of course, we have planks already available over here, so we could tap into that. However, in saying that, do we really want to sort of overburden these systems where we have to start adding extra people to our lumber mill, which again, remember, not as efficient as just building a new lumber mill. And the other thing to remember is space. Space is not really an issue in this game. At some point, we're going to have to struggle to bring new resources into the center, but for now we've got just tons of room to do lots of stuff. We can get some carrots, although we don't need any more food market options. We might want to make carrots for, I think, carrot soup or something built in the tavern is probably where it is. Tavern, which we can build. We'll just build one because, again, you can just move it later. But we can see we can make some jams from the fruits, and we can make a sandwich, which requires cheese, and we can make some stews, which one of them, meat stew, requires a carrot, veggie stew, and there's lots of things. And these are providing significant numbers of yellow coins. Again, yellow coins, so not as imperative for us to sort of focus on. I do like that there are many different ways to achieve the same goal, and you can just focus on lots of different things. It's pretty good. So, long story short, let's get working on these things. The other thing we want is obviously the cloth conveyor belt, which is made from cloth and wagon wheels, or cloth and wooden conveyor belts. So, we know a wagon wheel is just made from... really? Wheel? No. What are they called? Wood? Wooden wheels? Let's go to over here. Select recipe, wood wheel. So a wood wheel is 2 planks, and that creates a wood wheel. A wooden conveyor belt is 2 planks and 2 wood, and that produces a wooden conveyor belt. So this requires 2 planks and 2 wood, and this requires 4 planks. So as you can see, the ratio is actually the same because the extra planks are made from the wood. All it's doing is it's just cutting out the middleman of requiring the direct wood, which it's a saving. So you just need planks and cloth. Now we have cloth created here, and we are going to reuse this because I don't want to really have to duplicate this. So over here we are going to produce our cloth conveyor belts, which are definitely an item that we want to make sure we have on hand. So we're going to put that in a barn. So let's get a workshop here. Workshop here. So you're going to be making the wooden wheels and the cloth conveyor belt. So it'll make wooden wheels first, and then it'll turn that into cloth conveyor belts. What we want to do then is... This kind of becomes a little redundant. We're not going to use them, so they won't get used up. We need a lumber mill. And I'm going to put it down here. We could put the forestry there, but we'll just build another forester. Because again, it's kind of much of a muchness. Now, I'm going to make sure we connect these up with the roads so they get their happiness bonus. So we'll do something like this and something like that. And there we go. Look at that. We get a 40% bonus from happiness. You, my friend, you are making planks. There we go. And you're going to feed into there. And you are just producing wood. We can delete that one, and we'll leave that scaffolding there. And there you go. We'll get a grabber so it knows which way to go. So there's our wood. Remembering the different levels here, we are going to need to put in a little bit of scaffold. There's actually no difference between these two. One just looks a little bit nicer, in my opinion. It's totally my opinion. And you're going to go there. You're going to put planks in here. And then all we need is cloth from over here. So again, we'll go up over the road, and pop in a wooden conveyor belt over here. They'll grab the cloth because that's the only recipe that is happening over here. Now we can see this is actually backing up. So this requires, let's say in 3 seconds we're going to be using 2 cotton. This is producing 2 cotton every 3 seconds. 2 cotton every 3 seconds is using 2 cotton every 3 seconds. That's actually pretty well balanced, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So we will just leave it at that. And what we've got now is we've got cloth conveyor belts. All right, so over here, I'm going to make you into cloth conveyor belts. And obviously, we're not going to carry the millions of them back over here. What we're going to do is we're going to build another one of you, and you're going to pick up cloth conveyor belts, and you're going to drop them off over there. Now, to avoid these running into issues of multiple wagons on the same road, what we're going to do is we're going to just run a road to somewhere like that, and I think we'll do that just to make it kind of somewhat meaningful. I will also connect it up there, so that'll give them some choice in how they move around. All right, and this way, if they run into each other on a road, which I've had happen a lot when you get a lot of carts, it just provides some level of other routes for them to go that doesn't put them on the grass. It's just handy to have. Okay, so we are producing cloth conveyor belts. I'm going to change this one to cloth conveyor belts because now we're going to just start using cloth conveyor belts rather than the other ones because they are quicker. I don't know if there's a way to show the different speeds. I don't think there is. All right, let's see if it's on the research that we have completed. Where would I find that? There we go. All right, wooden conveyor belt. No, it doesn't show the speed. Maybe when we build some, we'll put them next to each other. So we are going to build cloth conveyor belts, and we're going to pop them there. All right. Wonderful. That's the first part of our thing, and then the other one is this wooden rail, which, as we said, real simple, real simple. Well, it would be really simple if we had some stone. All right, you, my friend, you're really cutting into our stone, aren't we? We need to get to mining. So many things we need to do just to make life easier. But mining, are we anywhere near? Unlocking mining? It is in the next one. Metallurgy, tech level 4. Okay. We're getting there. We're going to start needing blue coins at some point in the future, though. But for now, we don't want to make too many of these. How are you going for output? You're actually. I'm kind of thinking what we could do is. Let's get you making. No, it's not you. It's one of you. Let's get you over here. We can't afford it because we don't have enough stone. Oh my goodness. I don't have enough stone bricks. There we go. We should have it now. Where are we? Workshop. It's 10 stone. Oh, it's 10 stone. Okay. Well, let's just temporarily remove that grabber, and then we should be able to get it. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I definitely want to get the mine happening sooner rather than later. Okay, there's iron ore over there. That's good to remember. There we go. Now we have 10 of them, and we can make you go here. What I'm going to do is connect this up in a way that's kind of somewhat not crazy. And I'm going to get you, first we'll set your recipe as wooden rails. Yes, please. Alright, so you're going to pick up some planks and you're going to drop them off here. Now we need 25 wooden planks. 25 rails, wooden rails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a crate here and a crate here. And we're going to be a little bit sneaky. No, that's actually not going to work. I need to move that one there and there. Okay. We're going to put just a wooden rail. No, a cloth conveyor belt is what we're going to do. We'll put that there. We'll put a splitter here like that. Yes, I could have put 2 cloth belts here, but you know I like it. I like it. It looks fancy, and we'll get 40 of them made here. So this just needs the needs the stone. All right. So we'll quickly hook that up. Get you up there with a scaffolding so that the guys can move underneath it, and tell you to bring stone. All right. And we'll be away. So we'll get you to just continue putting some stone over here, and it should split between these two, so we'll have enough. And obviously this will back up, and we won't have to worry about it too much. So this will get us to our next tech level, and then we can push towards mining. So metallurgy requires tech level 4, and then we can also get basic medicine. It requires it also requires tech level 4. That's right, and we're going to start needing some extra tech. The general research points aren't going to be enough soon. We're going to need these other research, which industry, nature, and then much later into magic, I guess, if we get to the end of the game. I haven't actually got to the point of creating these magic research points yet, so I only got to level 4 in the tutorial. Only completed level 4 on the tutorial. Alright, this is going okay. Our happiness is, look, it's pretty good. We're at maxed out people. I mean, we're barely using our workers. We'll scale everything up at some point in the future. How are you looking for happiness? We're doing wooden wheels and shirts. We probably could be producing more. You can see here that we only have 25% coverage of that and 67% coverage of the wood wheels. You do see 100% happiness, and I believe that is to do with the fact that their consumption time versus happiness time. So providing like shirts, they have an extra 50% happiness duration, so we get, for some reason, we get double the duration. I don't know. The math works out. The math works out, I'm sure. If not, we get an extra happiness, which I'm kind of okay with. All right, how are we doing up here? Yeah, look, we're providing the cooked fish, the bread. We're still providing flour. Okay, we need to get rid of that because that's probably holding up the flour supply over here. So we can see our flour is going down. I'm gonna add. We'll add a couple people here to make sure that we get the production, to make sure that this fish supply is going to good use, and hopefully our flour will somewhat keep up. Look at that, one more wooden rail, and we'll get to the next tech level, which is pretty much going to get us to the end of the episode. But we can have a look at the things that we've unlocked. All right, so metallurgy, fisheries, basic medicine, civics 2, and a laboratory. All right, let's jump on in and see what we can research. So metallurgy, yes, definitely. So metallurgy gives us access to forge, a silo, the planks, reinforced planks, and then is required for metal railways, which is a metal rail for the next level, and iron wheels, and machinery, which is also required. So we're going to grab metallurgy, and we're going to unlock a bunch of stuff that I'm not too worried about, because I just wanted to get here and see what mining is. Mining requires industrial tomes. How do we make industrial tomes? We need a laboratory. So let's get a laboratory. We've now unlocked industrial tomes level 1. We're going to really quickly build a laboratory if we can. 20 stone bricks. Yeah, we do have that. All right. Again, I'm just going to put it here because actually I'm not going to put it there because it looks like it's supposed to go there. I'm going to put it here so we remember for the next episode what we were doing. But let's have a look what we need to make our industrial knowledge tome. We need a book, which we are currently making over here. We're making books and we're just sending those books straight into the school. But what we need is a book, and we need iron plate. How do we make iron plate? Well, that's made in a forge with iron and fuel. Now we have our iron over here, so we can build a forge over here. We can cut down some of these trees to sort of service that. Speaking of cutting down trees, let's just plant a few trees around some of these forestries so that they don't run out. You're looking pretty good to me. You are also looking pretty good. We want to make sure that we're planting them before we need them, because they do take a long time to grow. Okay, so next episode we are going to focus on our iron ore here. We've also got iron ore over here. It's quite a distance away. Honestly, it's kind of the point where we would want that for our rails. But if we have a look at what we've got wagon, no, carriage. Oh, I can't remember what they're called now. Oh gosh, rail cars. There we go. Wooden mine carts. So, capable of transport of goods over long distance. What they don't tell you is the type of goods that can go in here is actually very limited. We can't build one just yet, of course, because we don't have any wheels. No. Come back here. Can I get a wheel? Can I get a wheel before this one picks up some wheels? Yep. You can do it. 3 wheels. One more wheel. No, it disappeared. Where are the wheels? Oh, the wheels are over here. Oh man. All right. It's you that are taking the wheels. So let's get you up here. Probably don't need the wheels, honestly, at this point. With the shirts, we'll let the wheels stock up. All right. Come back here. Can I build this just on the road? I can. Okay. Perfect. That's actually really good. So item filters, loose bulk. Look at that. These are the only items that we can carry on here. So iron ore, yes, we can. But you'll notice there's no iron ingots, for instance. It's only the raw materials that this train wagon can carry. So let's delete. There we go. It is only raw materials. So we have 40 rails. Interesting. Anyway, we'll get to this. We'll get to this in a minute. Next episode, we'll research what we want to do with that. Whether we want to bring some iron ore in on rail carts to a kind of central forge, and maybe we do. It's an interesting idea, one I haven't explored before, so we might as well explore it. Anyway, that's happening next episode. For now, we are going to call the episode to an end. As always, I want to thank my amazing patrons. And look, you guys really help motivate me to keep these series going, and I love doing it, but the extra motivation really helps. As always, love to hear your comments, thoughts, how we can improve, what we should be doing if we're doing stuff wrong. Do let me know if I've made a mistake somewhere. It's a bit more of a forgiving game, so there's no rush. Just when you get a chance, and of course, it helps the channel. So with that, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.